Anyway, I'm right now with Andrew. Say hi. Actually, we just had a film of, I put an ad in my local newsletter asking for people to share stories, and people are slowly coming in. Most of them, I don't even know their story until I actually speak to them. Anyway, this is Andrew. I just heard about his story. I didn't know. And he started coming my story about a month ago, I guess.
Yeah.
About a month ago, and he bought food. And he came out again. And he bought food again. And he came out, bought food again. Oh my gosh, these people are serious. And they're from Jarnsville? No, College.
Barton.
But it's pretty
Near Gilbertsville.
Near Gilbertsville, which is a small town, country town. And anyway, he said he's going to talk. I said, okay. I thought he was going to talk about him being so good looking, but he didn't. Right out of Hollywood. He didn't. So I started talking to him, and why don't you share your story? What happened to you?
Well, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis about 3 years ago. They were giving me options like giving me steroids to suppress my immune system. They were talking about giving me a colostomy bag, removing part of my intestines. And none of it really made sense to me. You know? It's like it didn't click. It just didn't make sense, and it was horrific.
By the way, that's the standard American treatment today, which means they give you medication, and if that doesn't work, they're going to cut out your intestinal tract. Always.
Right.
That's the only thing they did. No. Go ahead.
Yeah. It started with I started seeing blood when I went to the bathroom.
Wow.
And then I was diagnosed with parasites originally. They gave me all kinds of medication for that, which failed. Failed, and it got worse.
Right.
And it got worse and worse over 6 months, and then I couldn't even work anymore. And I started losing so much weight, I started looking like a skeleton. It took 6 months for me to finally just wake up and go, okay, these people
Something's wrong. No, what they're doing.
These people don't know what they're doing.
Clueless.
You know, absolutely don't know what they're doing. And I did some research. I researched acidity and alkalinity, and I researched that. I found that everything I was eating was acidic.
Right.
And
acidic means as soon as you cook your food above 105 degrees, it's acidic. Yeah.
So the acidity was actually burning the lining of my intestine and causing me to bleed.
Wow.
And the moment I heard that, I just clicked. I just knew from that moment that there was something real about that.
Right.
So I immediately started changing my diet. I cut out all acidic foods for a while, starting lots of raw food. Sauteed cabbage. Cabbage is really healing. And I cured myself in 3 days.
3 days healing.
3 days.
Normally it would take years. I mean, literally years.
Yeah.
It would normally take years. Not only that, the final treatment is they would cut out your intestinal tract.
Yeah.
And that's the treatment.
My uncle actually died from this at age 35.
Wow.
So at that moment in my life, this was about 3 years ago.
Right.
I thought
there's a story here. I had no idea it was a story.
I thought that was it. You know, I thought I was going to die.
Wow.
It's so simple, and it's weird. I don't understand why the medical establishment, they don't have even the slightest clue of
there's no number one, there's no money, and they're not trained for it. Which means if they were trained to eat fruits and vegetables, the medical establishment would be out of business because they don't need any doctors anymore. They wouldn't need hospital, they wouldn't need tests, they wouldn't need it.
That's it's just a shame. I just wonder how many people are dying.
A lot. Any last words to the public?
Take care of yourself. Do your own research. You know, study your own body. Learn for yourself. Think for yourself. Question authority.
Gather the information.
Yeah.
Believe it.
Experiment.
Do it.
Experiment.